Hey, it's the Double N Sports TV. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nigel. I will be giving you betting tips, score predictions, and looking ahead at tomorrow's games in Russia. Remember, guys, this is gambling. You must control it. Do not let it control you. I am only giving you these tips in good faith. Always remember to gamble what you can afford. There's a link in the description box. Gambleaway.co.uk. So we're down to the last 16 teams now. You know, the cream is coming to the top. Pretty interesting. So let me tell you the teams that are left now. There is France, Argentina, Uruguay, Poland, Spain, Russia, Croatia, Denmark, Brazil, Mexico, Belgium, Japan, Sweden, Switzerland, Colombia, and England. Pretty interesting. So, you know, it's still quite difficult to say this team is going to win or this team is going to win. It's difficult to say that at this point because most of the regulars have been poor. Brazil, usually the favorites, you know, they've been poor in this tournament. I'm sure we can all agree that. Argentina have been dismal. France, well, you know. So Croatia, possibly for me, has been the solid team of this tournament so far. Some can argue that Mexico has been solid as well. But let me give you the odds favorite for the teams that might, what the odds are saying for the team that might win this tournament. Yeah, still is Brazil. They are still the favorites. They're 3-1 to win this whole tournament. Spain are 4-1 to win this tournament. France, they're now at 9-1 to win this whole tournament. Prior to that, they were at least 8, 7, depending on where you were looking at. They were 7-1 to win this whole tournament. Of course, the Germans are out. England are now 8-1 to win this tournament. They were in double figures at the start of the tournament, England. Colombia are 22-1 to win this tournament. Belgium 7-1 to win this tournament. Belgium have been solid as well. I think that's a team to look out for, Belgium, because no one is really paying attention to Belgium. Looking at other teams, I'm thinking Belgium might just sneak through there. Russia, the host, they are 6-1 to win this whole tournament. Croatia, the other surprise team of this tournament, they are 12-1 to win this tournament. So it's getting interesting. Well, Japan, they go through because of fair play, yellow cards, you know, which I think is unfair. But hey, who am I? They are 125-1 to win this whole tournament. So it's pretty. It's still open for anybody. You know, it's still open. It's still wide open. Any one of those teams can go through and take the trophy. But let's focus on tomorrow's games now. Tomorrow sees France versus Argentina and Uruguay versus Portugal. Well, France, I did say they have been poor this tournament. They have been poor. So has Argentina. So both teams have been poor. So it just depends on which team shows up. I did say in a previous video, France, sometimes they may show up or they might not show up. It just depends which team shows up. France have sort of had a better tournament than Argentina. Argentina just scraped through to be in this at this stage so far. They almost did not make it. Well, France, they comfortably made it to the last 16. Coming into the tournament, France had a better form than Argentina, and France has more goal scorers than Argentina. So the scoreline we are predicting for this match tomorrow is 1-0 to France. What are the bookies saying? Well, France are 7-5 to win this match. Argentina are 3-1 to win this match. So it's pretty. I think France are kind of like the favorites. And for a draw, it's 2-1 for a draw for this match. Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. So the scoreline we're going for is 1-0. That is what we're going for. Double N Sports 1-0. Let's look at Uruguay versus Portugal. Interesting game. Well, sometimes you just gotta win your match. It's not how you win. That's what Uruguay has done. They just kind of like scraped through, but they won their matches in the group stages. Portugal, they did enough. They relied on Ronaldo, and Ronaldo delivered. So he didn't let them down. Will he continue to deliver? I think he will continue to deliver. He's one of the best players to ever play in this tournament. or in the world, one of the best players, you know. We have to give him that credit. And Portugal are organized. They're much more organized than Uruguay. Uruguay, they seem to be disorganized, especially at the back, but they do have firepower at the front. They do have the equalizer at the front. They can be disorganized at the back as long as they know they're going to score at the front. So that cancels that. This is a tricky match. Let me give you the odds for this one to understand how tricky it is. It's even. For Uruguay to win, it's 2-1. Portugal to win, it's 2-1. For the draw, it's 2-1. So take your pick. So the scoreline we're going for here at Double N Sports is 1-1. Uruguay 1, Portugal 1. That is our prediction. And then it goes to extra time and penalties. Now we've got extra time and penalties. It's going to get more interesting. The teams are going to be tight. Nobody wants to make a mistake. So it's going to get interesting. That is all from us at Double N Sports TV. It's getting more interesting now. And we'll catch you on the next one. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nigel.